Hello, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I will be showing you how to color your artwork using Procreate for iPad. Just a short disclaimer, I'm not a professional artist. I only do traditional and digital arts as a hobby. Everything that I will say here is purely based on my own art experiences, observations, and personal preferred art style. As you can see, we have Goku here in our canvas. I already drew the line art using a reference photo that I found in Pinterest. If you're interested in checking it out, the link to the photo is in the description box below. For this video, we will cover three main points, which are layers, color values, and color shading. Now the first thing we will do here is to color the face and the rest of the skin. We will start doing this by choosing the selection tool to select which exact part we want to color first. Compared to traditional art, digital art is a little bit complex due to the many options it offers. One example is the use of layers. When coloring digitally, correct layering is a must. You have to be aware of which layer should be on top of another layer. If done incorrectly, this will have a huge effect on the output of your work. In this drawing, I placed the line art layer on the top so the lines won't be covered even when I start to color everything. Just a quick reminder, this tip isn't necessary if you're going for a different style or if you're not a fan of very visible lines. You can make your own quick adjustments here and there. I also always make sure that the color of the skin, hair, and the clothes of the character are done in separate layers. This gives me more freedom to adjust the colors later on if needed. Another important thing to keep in mind about layers is to rename each one properly, so as not to confuse yourself which among the many layers you should be selecting. Additionally, this also helps you easily find a specific layer that you want to draw in or adjust the elements from. Whenever I color my artwork, traditionally or digitally, I always start from the lightest value followed by the mid-tone value, and lastly, the darkest value. Now, you may ask, what is value? Color value is the lightness or darkness of a color. Understanding how to use and apply this correctly onto your artwork is essential when you're trying to create spatial illusions. The correct choice of color value strengthens the cohesion and unity of any artwork. It also creates a sense of unity and solid cohesion of the elements in your art. So, always pay attention to your color values. Moving on to the third and final point. Color shading is important in depicting depths through the use of light and shadows. For this current drawing, I used 3 different values for each hue or color that I chose. I applied first the lightest value as the undertone and used next the slightly darker value to create shadows. One important thing to remember when we are coloring our work is to know where to put the shadows and where highlights should be in. This is essential if you want your art to have more depth and to look more realistic. After applying the second darker value, I use the darkest value among the 3 to make the shadows pop up more and give it more depth. Now, when it comes to the overall look of this illustration, I prefer a softer flow of the colors, which I think is easier for the viewer's eyes as it also gives off a natural look as compared to sharp-edged coloring shadings. To do this, we can use the smudge tool to soften the sharp edges. You can find the smudge tool on the upper right side of your screen beside the brush selection tool. And that's it for today. I hope you learned something from this short color study. I will try to do more color studies like this for the next videos. And if you have any suggestions or questions, please feel free to comment them down below. You may also connect with me through my social media accounts, which you can find in the description box below. Thank you for watching. See you next time.